Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Tism MMA, short for favoritism. Please don't ban me, YouTube. I just got this started. But yeah, I'll be here today talking all things UFC regarding matchmaking, any fight announcements, and maybe even some reactions or rants regarding recent events. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Undeserved title fights. Starting off with UFC 299, we have Sugar Sean O'Malley against Chito Vera, aka Pito Verga. This fight was booked in March of 2024 and was completely undeserved for Chito Vera. He had just come off of a loss to Corey Sandhagen via a split decision. I'm not sure how the judges got it as a split decision. I think it was a pretty straightforward 50-45 from Corey Sandhagen. But apparently the judges that night were smoking on Anaconda penis because they gave a split decision win to Sandhagen. Bounces back with the win against Pedro Munoz, which, like, who hasn't beat Pedro Munoz? Somehow warranting him a title shot against Sean O'Malley. Now, I understand why Sean O'Malley took this fight. He wanted to get his get back, his revenge, avenge his loss against a fluke win from Chito Vera, a win nonetheless. But yeah, completely undeserved. Literally beat no top contenders to get this shot. Stalled out the bantamweight division. And yeah, Merab sat on the sidelines just waiting for his title fight. I think he maybe fought, what's the midget's name? Henry Cejudo, Triple C, and got that win. But yeah, completely undeserved for Chito Vera here. Moving on to UFC 301, we got the boy Michael Scott from The Office taking on the flyweight number 2 GOAT, Alexandre Pantoja. Again, not really sure what they were doing with this matchmaking here. Steve Erceg ranked 13th or 11th at the time of this fight being booked, coming off of a win on Matt Schnell via knockout, which, I mean, I guess join the team, join the group. Many people have knocked down Matt Schnell. I don't know how this warranted a title shot. Just, again, really bad matchmaking. The UFC not creating the correct fights in order to get number 1 contenders in line ready for the champion. They had to pull in someone outside of the top 10 to come in and fight, albeit a very interesting fight. Very competitive from Erceg. But yeah, completely undeserved. Not really sure what the UFC was thinking with this one. I don't know how the matchmaking has been so poor that they can't line up any contenders. Moving on to the event. Right after that, we have Poirier, salty winner Poirier against Islam Makhachev. Now, this fight was completely unjustified. Dustin Poirier had come off of beating Benoit Saint Denis. This man had only beat Frivola and got a matchup against Poirier, who fucking flatlined this Muppet-looking motherfucker. Look at him, dude. Look at him. He flatlines Benoit Saint Denis and gets a title shot against pound-for-pound number 1 Islam Makhachev. Why was this fight ever created? Poirier had just gotten brutally knocked out by Justin Gaethje the fight before Benoit Saint Denis. We had Arman Tsarukyan recently beating Charles Oliveira. I don't understand why this matchup was made. That we could have waited a few months, got an Islam on Abu Dhabi. I understand that Islam said he wanted a fight, but this felt like such a cop-out. It felt like they were just trying to give a last hurrah to Dustin Poirier, which I do understand. He's been a huge star for the UFC. But this was completely unjustified. We had so many other people that deserved this shot, and they chose the worst time to book Islam Makhachev. And because of that, we now had to wait until 2025 January for Islam to get matched up against Arman Tsarukyan. I just don't get it. we could have had that fight. And then Arman fucking pulls out. And now the division stalled even further. And now they might want to make Justin Gaethje against Islam Makhachev. No one wants to see that. I don't understand why we're giving all of these old heads. I mean, respect to Poirier and Gaethje. But why are we giving these old heads a title shot against Makhachev when we have so many more interesting matchups to make? Arman Tsarukyan is not going to get a title shot. Ilia Topuria is going to get sat on the sidelines. He's going to get fucking benched. They have him as a bench warmer. He's not going to fight for the title after brutally knocking out Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Some of the best back-to-back wins in UFC history. How has he not earned a shot over someone like Justin Gaethje, who's very likely going to get this shot? Because Ali is managing both Islam and Gaethje is going to get a massive payout. Dude is just fucking stroking it thinking of this matchup because he's going to get paid to the damn neck. I just don't understand what's going on with the matchmaking. This fight should have not happened with Poirier and Islam, and I pray to God that they do not create Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev. Moving on to UFC 305, Duplessis against Adesanya. Again, completely unjustified. I do understand the build-up to this fight was incredibly interesting. Duplessis making Adesanya cry on the mic was a sight to see. This man's trash talking is absolutely underrated. Adesanya did not deserve this title shot. If we look at his last fight before that, he had been dog-walked by Sean Strickland. 49-46. Absolutely brutalized, knocked down in the first. Could not find his rhythm, could not land anything significant. Yeah. He had already gotten his immediate title shot against Pereira. Got that one back. Incredible win. Gets to fight Strickland on short notice. Strickland dog walks him. He should have to fight a contender. After being dominated like that and having already used up your immediate title shot rematch, he should not have been placed against DDP. We have other contenders here ready to fight to not stall out the division. Adesanya should not have been in there. And again, I do understand a lot of these fights have been incredibly entertaining, so it's hard as a fan to look back on those and trash them. But they've just stalled out all of our divisions. Every division is getting stalled out. Now we have Imavov, who's going to very likely have to wait on the sidelines until Chimaev fights DDP, which still has not even yet been announced. And then just to move forward to UFC 307, why is Roundtree there? Why is he getting a title shot for beating fucking Anthony Delusional Smith? On his best day, though, on paper, he will beat anyone in the lightweight, in the light heavyweight division. On paper, Smith has all the tools to absolutely dominate Ankalaev, to dominate Pereira. He was just having an off day, so he lost to Khalil Roundtree. No, but seriously, why? Who's getting a title shot after beating Smith in fucking 2024? In 2025, like, this man beat Anthony Smith and got a matchup against Pereira, while Ankalaev gets booked against Rakic. Yeah, what's the question? What's next for Alex Pereira? Yeah, let's give him the number 10 ranked contender in the light heavyweight division. That seems pretty fair. Yeah. What, Ankalaev? No, doesn't deserve it. Booked against Rakic. He took that fight. Yep. Doesn't deserve it. What are we doing here? I just do not understand why we are booking these fights. UFC 309, we have old man Stipe coming out of the retirement home to fight John Jones. Stipe had last lost his title against Francis Ngannou in 2021. He had been out for 3.5 years celebrated his 49th, 50th, and 51st birthday at the retirement home. Started walking around with the walking cane, and then comes back to fight Jon Jones. When we have an interim champion in Tom Aspinall who has held an interim belt for over a year and a half. Why are they not booking that fight? I understand Jones is being pissy, but come on, it's been a year and a half. Dana, grow some fucking balls. Jon Jones is not your only star. You have very interesting, exciting champions like Ilya Topuria, Islam Makhachev, DDP, contenders like Hamzat. Aspinall's incredibly entertaining and is getting a name off of pretty much not fighting Jon Jones. Why are we even making this matchup? I understand it was booked very long ago, but this matchup should have never been made in the first place. Stipe was essentially retired. He was out for 3.5 years being a firefighter, and comes back after such a long layoff to fight Jones. UFC 310, we start fishing for people from other promotions and giving them immediate title fights. Dana White has got to do better with Hunter Campbell or whoever the fuck the matchmakers are. Shout out Bedtime MMA. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching the video. Just wanted to cover the undeserved title fights of 2024. Next video, I'll probably do some matchmaking on each division regarding which title fights are next for each of the contenders. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.